Well, then what's the cost?
Just a little over 16,000 was for everything, the kids, takes everything, and then our guys, our license, our guys, whoever that have the two, the pilots, they actually have a pilot license to fly that, so, yeah. But pretty cute.
Right. Okay. I'll call the meeting to order. October 21st. Hastings County is situated on treaty land that is rich in indigenous history and home to many First Nation, Metis and Inuit people. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. We acknowledge our shared obligation to respect, honor, and sustain these lands and to the natural resources contained within. Looking for a motion to adopt the regular council meeting held on the 21st, 2025 as presented. Moved by Caroline and second by Dean. All in favor? Carried. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest? None noted. Number 4 is deputation 4.1.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a reminder for everybody to use the microphones again, just because we've got the recording that's going on. The deputation, Dave Bush, who was planning on attending, actually he met with staff today and yesterday. And we went through what his request was and what the request was from the township, and we have agreed that we're going to sort out the details for his events and then bring that, once it's confirmed what is the requirement, bring that back to council at that time rather than him the delegation tonight.
Thanks. Shelley, just want, before I go on here, just the mayor sends his regrets because he's had to attend a conference on behalf of Hastings County in Ottawa, so. And number 5 is public input. Anybody in the public want to speak to anything at this time?
I just have a quick question, if allowed.
Yes.
When do you start to release your? Okay. I'm learning.
Yeah, it's okay.
When do you start your budget release for 2026? Is that coming out soon or? You may be presenting that soon or?
Through Mr. Chair, yes, so the budget meeting, the first one is on tonight's agenda, is there's a meeting that's scheduled for November the 24th.
Okay.
And we'll be doing a presentation to council and to public at that time.
Okay.
And then there'll be further meetings after that. We expect that we're going to be putting it and posting it about at least 3 working days before that.
November 24th.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's the Monday. Yes.
Anything else? Okay, we'll go on to number 6, our minutes. So we need a motion on the minutes of the regular council meeting held on October 7th, 2025 be adopted as presented.
I'll move.
Moved by Dean,
Second.
second by Don. Any questions or comments? All in favor? It's carried. 6.2, we need a motion on the minutes of the planning advisory committee meeting held on October 14th, 2025 be received.
I'll move.
Moved by Caroline,
Second.
second by Don. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Carried. And then now we're on to number 7, is there staff reports? 7.1. So we need a motion that the report from the clerk entitled Further Enhancements Procedure Bylaw be received, and further, the council approves the recommendations contained within this report, and further that the draft terms of reference for Parks and Recreation Committee be approved, and that the amended procedural bylaw and new committee appointment bylaw be presented for enactment.
I'll move.
Moved by Don,
A second.
second by Dean. Yes, Kathy.
Would you like me to provide any information on this for you?
Maybe about the times we were talking about this afternoon, I guess.
Okay, so we did put, the procedural itself is long. I believe we had proposed that the planning meetings move to the 3rd Tuesday of the month prior to council, beginning at 5:30. And then planning meetings at 6. However, after some discussion, we have we'd like to amend that and say that the council meetings could start at 5:30, followed by the planning meeting at 6, or within the planning, if we're not finished council meeting, we would adjourn and have a planning meeting and go back to council. That was one other suggestion. The only other things I could draw your attention to were, we are proposing to add 2 new sections to the agendas. One would be announcements and the other would be new and other business. So announcements could be anything that, you know, you wanted to draw the attention of other council members or staff or the public. Items of interest in the community, we limit it to 2 minutes per item, and then new business would come forward from other committees and would have to be time sensitive in nature.
How's all that sound? Anybody have any comments?
Sorry, if I may to the chair, through the chair, does that help staff considerably? It's easier, it's more streamlined?
The time of the meetings, you mean?
Yeah.
It actually does, because we're here from 4:30 on, and some, depending on the meeting, some of the staff are here much earlier than I get here for 8:39 in the morning. We have to have some senior managers who are here ahead of that, just because they need to be, that would streamline it. We also thought that by incorporating the planning the same night at the council meeting, there's one less evening that you have to go out. Also streamline that for a community and council members.
Anything else? All in favor? Carried. Okay, we have 7.2. The office hours and events in December 2025 and January 2026. So we need a motion that council receives the report from CAO Stadell, office hours and events in December 2025 and January 2026. And further, that a special council meeting be scheduled for Monday, November 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to review the proposed 2026 budget. And further, the council approves that the Sterling Rod Municipal offices be closed on Friday, December 19th from 1 till 4:30, Wednesday, December 24th, 25th, 26th, and 31st, and January 1st and 2nd. And further, that the regular scheduled council meetings of January 6th and 20th be canceled, and a separate council meeting be scheduled on January 13th to commence at 10 a.m.
I'll move.
Moved by Caroline, seconder. Second by Don. You want to comment on that, Shelley?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yes, thank you. There's a calendar actually in the report, which may help clarify some of the dates, because this is going over 3 months. It is intended to encompass a number of different closings, openings, meetings. And as just previously discussed is Monday, November 24th is the budget meeting, and that's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Just
Yes,
have one question. So if we have the first council meeting on January 13th at 10, are we also going to have one on the 20th at 6, or is the next one not going to be till the first Tuesday in February?
It looks
So
like
just, yeah, there's just one in January, and then the next meeting will be the first meeting in February. We haven't identified exactly what date the planning meeting will be. I think that will be determined, and it could still be on the 20th, because planning meetings tend to meet the evening times. So there's still going to be a meeting on the 20th, but it would be just planning, but we will confirm when we find out if there's any applications for planning that are required.
And we don't feel like that'll be. We're not foreseeing a lot of information decisions coming that we're going to need more than one meeting in January.
Through the chair to Councillor.
Yeah.
Smith. Historically, we've found in recent years that we can manage with one meeting in January, and it also helps with timelines over the Christmas vacation for getting reports in. Do you find that meeting, go to one meeting. Might be a little bit heavier, but not for sure.
So we'll be doing, through the chair, we'll be doing the committee meetings as well. On the 13th.
Yeah,
Could we not run it later so that we're not coming back for planning at 5 or?
Yes.
I believe the planning meeting, we haven't scheduled a planning meeting yet, but we had thought about the planning meeting on the 20th.
Oh,
It
sorry,
should be
I was
on the
just looking at this calendar, sorry.
Right. Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, we've got two different reports. We could, if we want to, I don't think that's in the resolution, but if we want to, we can set it up right now for the planning meeting. And if you'd like it scheduled earlier, I would suggest that we maybe do it at, one.
the
The
planning
planning
meeting,
meeting. The problem with the 1 o'clock meeting is, or anytime during the day, is it's, the public can't always attend, and that's why we put it at 5 o'clock start time.
Well, they can't attend the council meeting, even though it's at 10, so why don't we do it all? Start at 5. Do planning and then do council.
Mr. Chair, I think the idea of the planning meeting being at the 6 o'clock time is that public or people involved in the discussion of the agenda want to be present, and most people, if they work, they're not available until after 6. So I think that's why that planning meeting was always at 6 o'clock.
That's what my original thinking is, because
Yeah.
we're planning, if we've got a severance or something, there's. People that aren't agreeing with it or whatever, being at nighttime, it gives them a chance to get here. Like, I know what you're saying, because the council, they can't get there, but. I think the planning part is a little more important for them to
Oh, absolutely.
surely get there if it's gonna be something. That's gonna be happening next door to the property or something. That's the thinking there about the nighttime thing. Third meeting, I mean.
I'd be fine the 13th for council and the 20th for planning.
Yeah, that was your original plan, wasn't it, 20th for planning?
Sorry, again, I'm looking at
We haven't-
the calendar.
Say
Sorry.
it set, I know, we just canceled one council meeting, we should have been the 20th.
Yeah.
They haven't talked about planning yet.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what's gonna be on the agenda or what's not gonna be.
Exactly.
Maybe there won't be nothing that needs to be on the agenda.
Yeah,
Maybe not have-
as we had in the past, you cancel
Right.
if there's not enough on, but it's
like,
just a hold the date.
Yes,
Yes, I apologize, it's in the calendar, but it's not actually written in the report, we were moving the time.
I gotcha.
So I apologize,
I gotcha.
next up on that. Yes.
You're new, I got you.
Oh. So just to clarify,
Okay.
we'll do the planning meeting on the 20th. We'll keep that, I know, it was indicated myself and Mayor will be away. But we still have the opportunity to come virtually if there is anything for the planning meeting.
okay. Anybody have anything else in this item? All in favor? It's carried. So we're on to 7.3, water and wastewater rate study and financial plan. So we're looking for a motion that the report from the environmental services manager regarding the water and wastewater rate study and the water financial plan be received, and further that council approve retaining Watson Associate Economists Limited to undertake and update the township's water and wastewater rate study and the water financial plan as required under Ontario Regulation 453-07. And further that the cost for this study and preparation of financial plan at a cost of $31,500 plus HST be funded from the township sewer reserve. So we need a motion to get this on the table.
I'll move.
Moved by Dean,
Second.
second by Don. Excuse me. Did you wanna fill us in?
Yes.
If you could, Shelley.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yes, the plan with this is that, well, there's a requirement under the legislation that we have to have a financial plan. So we would have to have that prepared, but at the same time, it's better to have your water and rate study done, so that if you do need to make any adjustments to your water and rates, the water sewer rates, you can adjust them in order to match what your 5-year long financial plan is. And I know that the studies in the past have been done in 2 separate years. So, but we're trying to meld them as that, so the financial plan and the water rate study are done in the same year, so that one can feed into the other. The last study for the water rates was done in 2022. When we do this new study, we'll take a look then at what the rates are and what the implementation date will be if we do have to adjust rates.
Everybody okay with any questions?
Just wonder, Watson and Associates, have they done this work for us in the past?
This, yes.
They haven't done the water rate study for us in the past, but they did do the development charge study. A component of the water rate study is that you take a look at what your capital plan is gonna be for the next 10 years. And so that's already been worked out. That's all those types of projects have already been identified, a number of them have in the development charges. So that's why we thought that this
So
was
we're kind of building on that.
Just trying to bring everything together. Because those all kind of work, has to work together. In the end, we're making the chart. So all in favor? Carried. Correspondence and information. 8.1 is a request for municipal ice storm assistance. So we're looking for a motion, whereas the township. Whereas the corporation of the township of Sterling Rodden has eligible costs directly linked to the March 2025 ice storm, the council of the corporation of Township of Sterling Rodden hereby request assistance on the municipal ice storm assistance program. And further, that Shelley Studell, CAO, is given delegated authority to verify and attest the accuracy of the attached application package. So we need to put the motion up on the floor.
I'll move.
Moved by Caroline,
Second.
second by Dean. Is there any questions on this? So
Is this supposed to be an attachment? No.
go ahead, Shelley.
to Deputy Mayor. There's a requirement that we have this resolution passed in order for us to make application for this ice storm through the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. It came to our attention today, with the application being due at the end of this month, is that the resolution hadn't been passed. So we have identified an expression of interest. So the ministry is aware that we are making application, and staff is working on pulling all the information together. However, the resolution was one caveat that we were missing, so we are asking council to recommend council to do this. We'll get it.
Yeah. Okay, all in favor? It's carried. So we got 8.2, Lower Trent Conservation Authority minutes. So we need a motion that the minutes of the Lower Trent Conservation Authority meeting held on September 11th, 2025 be received.
I'll move.
Moved by Donna, seconder,
I'll second.
second by Caroline. Any questions, comments? All in favor? It's carried. We're on to our bylaws. 9.1 is bylaw 63-25. Being a bylaw to amend comprehensive zoning bylaw 320-03 as amended with regard to land municipally located at 241 Bateman Road, be read and passed this 21st day of October 2025. Motion.
I'll move.
Moved by Don,
Second.
second by Dean. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Carried. 9.2, bylaw 64-25. That bylaw, being a bylaw to amend comprehensive zoning bylaw 320-03 as amended with regards to land municipally known as 281 Spencer Road, be read and passed this 21st day of October 2025.
I'll move.
Moved by Caroline,
Second.
second by Don. Any questions or comments? All in favor? That's carried. And bylaw 65-25, our procedure bylaw. So motion that bylaw 65-25 being a bylaw to amend bylaw 28-24, being a bylaw to govern the proceedings of council and advisory bodies of council of the corporation of the township of Sterling Rodden. Procedure bylaw be read, passed this 21st day of October, 2025. Moved by Don,
I'll second.
second by Caroline. Any questions or comments on this bylaw? All in favor? It's carried. And 9.4 bylaw 66-25 committee appointment bylaw. Need a motion of bylaw 66-25 being a bylaw to appoint persons to boards and committees for the 2022 to 2026 term of council, and to repeal bylaw 1592-22 as amended, be read and passed this 21st day of October 2025. A mover.
Move.
Second.
Moved by Don, second by Dean. Any questions or comments? All in favor?
Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
I did have,
Yeah.
sorry, just reading through this again, because I missed it the first time. I also sit on the Hastings Transit Committee. Does that need to be on the list, or have I missed it? Oh, no, Central Hastings Support Network. I just didn't see the transit. Never mind.
All in favor? Carried. Okay. So 9.5. Bylaw 67-25 Joint Fire Services Board addendum to the agreement. So we need a motion that bylaw 67-25 being bylaw to amend bylaw 1101-15. Being a bylaw to approve and adopt an agreement between the municipality of Tweed and the township of Sterling Rodden for joint fire department administration be read, passed this 21st day of October 2025.
Move.
Moved by Don,
I'll second.
second by Caroline. Any questions or comments? All in favor? It's carried. Number 10 is any notice of motions? None noted. Where number 11 is our confirmation bylaw, bylaw 68-25. The confirmation bylaw for October 21st, 2025. So we need a motion that the bylaw 68-25 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council of the township of Sterling Rodden at its meeting of October 21st, 2025 be read, passed this 21st day of October 2025.
I'll move.
Moved by Dean, seconder,
Second.
all in favor? It's carried. And all adjourned.